For four-time pageant veteran Maggie McEldowney, the 64 and more 10 questions were a process she handled with ease. Where this thoughtful young woman varied from the pageant norm was in the forthright and thoughtful responses she shared that were clearly not automatic or practiced, but were clearly indicative of why she was chosen the 2016 Rose of Tralee. Who is most important to you?
It has to be one person?
Well, I'm not going to hold you to it, but no, it can be anyone you like or any combination you like.
If I could pick, it would be my parents and my brother.
Okay. I'll give you that.
Okay.
What is most valuable to you?
Honesty.
Good answer. No one said anything like that before. What makes you happiest? No matter when or how or why it happens, it just makes you happy.
Others' happiness. Doing something that makes someone else happy makes me very happy.
What do you enjoy doing the most?
I like going out, having a good time with friends and family.
And so how to define that? Tell me what you do when you go out with your friends and family that's fun.
Good music.
Irish or any kind?
Any kind. I mean, a good, nice Irish session always starts the night off on the right note, pun intended. Last Friday we had a welcome home party, and we had just a blast. It was all friends and family. It was very fulfilling.
Did you wear the tiara?
I did.
That's awesome. What is your biggest life fear, and how have you or do you overcome it?
I would say biggest life fear would be losing a loved one without being able to have a proper goodbye, proper closure. How to overcome it? God, you'd have to lean on your other friends and family to get you through it.
Is it important to you to spend time with other people, or do you need time by yourself?
Funny you should ask. I've always been a very extroverted person, so I love being around people. But I've noticed since winning, being constantly surrounded by people, that it is so important to have your alone time to hear your own thoughts and gather yourself and get a good night's sleep. So I would say that 90-10. 90, you need to be surrounded by people, but you cannot go without some quiet time.
How do you define quality of life?
The experiences that you get involved with. I think you can sit back and have a very safe life, or you could put yourself out there and take risks, and I would say that the latter will provide you a quality life experience.
Was entering the Chicago Rose Festival 3 times, was that a risk?
Without a doubt. I mean, I think it was putting my pride aside, but again, it was a great experience that I will always cherish. So yeah, I would say that was definitely a risk.
Who picked your dress for the final night?
That beautiful dress was hand-designed and made by Kyrie Forrest, who is a designer from Derry, and it'll now go in a museum. And she kind of told me the story of how this dress is so important to her. Her mom and her would watch The Rose growing up, and that this dress has had such a huge impact, and that it really means the world to her, and she's so proud to have me up on stage in it. And then I'm so glad that I won for her. And then when she had mentioned she lived 2 towns over from where my grandma grew up, we kind of had a moment in my hotel room.
You inspire people to do those things. Who you are and the things that matter to you and how you go about them inspire people to say, I want to be part of that. She put herself out there to do that. She did it because you inspired her.
I hope so. I hope that's the impact I have at the end of this year.
Do you consider what society terms as important in your life, or do you tend to march to your own drum?
I would say that I probably march to the beat of my own drum on the material things that society considers important. You know, a big house and a fancy car and a bunch of jewelry. That's never been important to me. My friends actually make fun of my lack of fashion and whatnot, but you know, I think society, family and friends, and I think they consider that important, so I would say a bit of both.
What's your lifetime dream? Just a little tiny question there for the end.
Yeah, to look back and know that I lived a full life. I guess it always scares me to think, you know, if I'm 80 or 90 looking back and said, what have I done with the past 80 years? Did I make a difference? Did I make anyone else, did I make their life better? Did I positively impact anyone? Wanting to have an impact, I think, is a subconscious thing that I always try to get something good done so that when I look back when I'm older, I can feel good about what I've done.
And do you think you'll make that dream come true?
I'm going to keep working for it.